Office Depot. Business is crazy, but Office Depot makes sense. And by Olympic, for all the beautiful wood in your home.
We go to the top half of the fifth inning in a 1-1 game. Cal Eldred taking a strike in the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. He bounced to the pitcher his first time up. Maddox has set down 5 in a row. Two and 1 on Eldred. Look at that. In a right center field, base hit over quickly Andrew Jones, or else Eldred may have had more than one. That's his first major league hit. And it comes on the opening game for the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League.
You got to ask for the ball. You got to ask for the ball. If it's your first major league hit.
Off of Greg Maddux, no less.
Greg Maddux, yes, you do. And Maddux is aware of it, too. I think he's wondering why they haven't asked for it. A little equipment adjustment going on over there. I thought they were holding up for her to ask for the ball.
It's the 5th hit allowed by Maddux. And now the ball will go out of play.
And in the interest of continuing our G rating, we did not show you the equipment repair.
Fernando Vina had a bunt single. His last time up came around to score the Brewers run. Joe's bunt takes high and away, ball 1.
Cal Eldred's not used to being on base, so kind of like Steve Lyons did a few years ago, he forgets that there are some things that you wait till you get in the locker room to do.
Here's the 1-0. Vina swinging, sends a fly ball to left, not very deep. Ryan Plesko out there under it. 1 down.
Let's remind you of our Aflac trivia question. Which pitcher won the clinching game, giving the Brewers their only division title back in 1982 against the Baltimore Orioles? It's the Baltimore Orioles against Jim Palmer, and one of the most thrilling days of my life. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We went on to postseason play against the California Angels and got into the World Series.
I remember the trade when it went down from Houston to Milwaukee. What'd you finish? 4-1. The final month. Right.
It was a thrill. It was exciting going there because I think anytime you're traded to a ball club that's down the pennant stretch, you just want to contribute. The feeling I had when I got to the Brewers was that they were going to go to the postseason. I just wanted to earn my ride with them, and we had a good time.
Jeff Cirillo off to a good start. Has 2 of the Brewers' 5 hits off of Greg Maddux. Eldred not being held at first.
Give you an idea of the philosophy of that ball club, Pete. They were called Harvey's Wallbangers. Robin Yount, as I headed out to warm up, said, just make sure we don't have to score 4 to get even, and we'll beat these guys.
Up the middle, right at Weiss, goes to second 1. Graffinino on to first 2. Double play takes care of the Brewers here in the top half of the 5th inning. Skip Carey, Joe Simpson coming your way.
Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo, recommended #1 by dermatologists. It works. Works on all 3 major itchy, flaky scalp conditions. The leading dandruff shampoo doesn't. Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo. It works.
Dilbert for Office Depot.
Our newest fan policy is to have subordinates appraise their boss's job performance.
I give you a D-.
Did I mention retribution?
Careful, sir. You're hanging by a thread.
For A-plus technology at guaranteed low prices, come to Office Depot. Over 600 convenient locations for computers and everything that goes with them. Hardware, software, printers, and more. Business is crazy, but Office Depot makes sense.
Think an all-purpose water sealer is all wood needs? Look beyond the beads. Sun damage, mildew, splitting and warping destroy the beauty of wood, even pressure-treated wood. That's why Olympic Deck Care products not only waterproof, but are specially formulated to deliver the advanced protection wood really needs and the look you really want. Get protection that goes beyond the beads. Get total deck care from Olympic. Olympic protects wood beautifully.
Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo. Recommended #1 by dermatologists. It works. Works on all 3 major itchy, flaky scalp conditions. The leading prescription dandruff shampoo doesn't. Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo. It works.
We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Joe Simpson, Skip Carey with you now. Pretty good ball game, Joe.
Very good ball game, but I noticed as we were changing positions, did you notice the swelling already in Don's elbow? He didn't ice it down, did he?
44 miles an hour. I was so embarrassed. And with the moisture flying off it the whole way to the plate.
I was really concerned about Walter Victor, the photographer halfway between home and the mound. I was afraid he might get conked.
Wouldn't that have been something?
That would have been awful.
Yes, it would.
We're very proud of Don.
Yes, indeed we are. Seriously, we are indeed. Andrew Jones leads off the bottom of the 5th. He was a strikeout victim his first time. 1-1 our score. Brewers 5 hits, Braves 4. High fly ball, center field. 1 pitch. He doesn't miss many out there. 1 out.
A nice warm reception, didn't he, when he was introduced today?
Yeah, Marquise sure did, and deservedly so. Here's Greg Maddux, who popped up his first time. Looked like Eldred was ripe for the taking in the first, but since then he's been tough. At the knees, outside edge, 0-1.
Pretty good cut.
Yeah, he told you he's going to yank one this year.
Yeah, he says he's going deep somewhere this year. He just hasn't figured out which ballpark. He said it wasn't going to be Coors Field or any of the other short porch places. He figured it would be a place that was tough to hit homers.
Hit that one right on the nose, but right at Vigna. 2 down. Might be one of his video games that he
could have. Yeah. He must have had a vision somewhere.
Walt Weiss is the batter. He has been perfect as a leadoff man. A single and a walk. He has scored a run.
Eldred has been impressive. Good live fastball, and has kept the hitters off balance with a good over-the-top breaking pitch.
He goes to work here with 2 out, nobody on. A little bit inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Tony Graffinino on deck, but 2 out in the inning. 2-0.
An odd thing about Cal Eldred, he was 0-3 in spring training this year with a high ERA. In fact, he hasn't won a spring training game since 1994. It certainly doesn't seem to affect him when he starts the season.
That's right in there, 2-1, and his control has been good today. His only walk has been to Weiss, and walks have plagued him, or plagued him last year. He had 88 in 202 innings.
89. That's correct.
Hot shot gets under the glove of the first baseman Jaha. Probably be scored a hit, and Weiss stays at 1,000 for the year. Well, I shouldn't say that yet. Let's wait and let them score.
Well hit. Walt's turned on a couple of pitches today. One a high fastball in the first inning. That looked like a breaking ball. No scoring, official scoring as yet.
And Graffinino bats with a runner at first and 2 out there. Well, I'm in midseason form. It's an E3. Runner at first, 2 down. And Graffinino goes the other way again. Pops one down the right side. Burnett's a long run, but he runs on a run.
I thought the first inning was a very typical Walt Weiss type leadoff inning. Everybody's been wondering who was going to bat leadoff for the Braves, and while everyone, when you mention Walt Weiss, they say, well, he doesn't steal many bases. That may be true, but he gets on base a lot. And while he didn't steal second base in the first inning, it was his heads-up base running play that put him in scoring position for Chipper to give the Braves their only run when he tagged up and went to second on Graffinino's fly.
He doesn't make many base running mistakes either. He knows how to play the game.
Right.
0-1 the count. Up the shoot. Matheny coming back. He's going to run out of room. 0-2 the count. So Graffinino quickly in the hole. Tony flirted with a home run his first time. Fly to Burnett's in deep right, and then slapped a hit and run single to right on his other trip.
Stolen base percentage backs up what you were talking about, Skip. He picks the right spots, knows the pitchers, while he may not know Cal Eldred just yet.
Breaking ball down and away. 1-2.
You and I were talking about something about Graffinino over on the radio side, about how when you're the backup second baseman, there's a comfort zone there when you know that there's another guy in front of you. That comfort zone's gone. Time to produce.
High and inside. 2-2. Well, the Mets and Phillies getting their pitching staff screwed up early. They're 0-0 in the 12th.
What'd Schilling go? 8?
I believe so. Allowed just 2 hits. The 2-2 runner goes. Pop foul back. Still 2-2. Chipper would be next, but they're 2 out in the inning. Same 2 teams here on Thursday night. Tom Glavine and Scott Carl will be the pitchers. A couple of left-handers.
A couple of left-handers who pitch a lot alike.
Well, it doesn't seem possible. This is your 7th year, huh?
7th, getting the 7th year. And how many for you and Pete? 24?
23.
23?
I think it's 23.
I'm sure that's hard to believe too for you, especially when with this team in town here, the Brewers, and you think about, to you it probably wasn't so long ago that you were doing those Atlanta Cracker games just before the Braves came to town.
Yeah, it seems like yesterday. Now all my ballparks have been torn down. Constellation Park and Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Graffinino has worked it full after falling behind 0-2.
They're not even going to act like they're going to hold Walt on. He'll get a huge jump.
And he walked him. Good job by Graffinino. Behind 0-2, he worked for a walk. And Chipper has a chance. He's driven in the only Atlanta run, struck out his other time. A 2-out air and a 2-out walk. Chipper grounded a single up the middle in the first, scoring Weiss. And he struck out with runners on the corners, and 1 out, struck out into a double play in the third. Valentin is very close to second base. Walt Weiss can't get as big a jump as he would like with the left-hand hitter up there.
And look how straightaway Marquise is playing Chipper Jones. He's almost directly in line from home plate to the center field 400 marker.
A little bit outside. It's 1-1, and that's very deep by his standards.
Yes, it is.
Plays center field probably shallower than anybody in baseball. A ball and a strike. Two on, 2 out. Upstairs and a little bit inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 or 3 pitches this inning that have been up. Maybe a sign here in the 5th inning that Eldred is tiring some.
Their bullpen is not busy yet, but the troops are starting to stir around out there. Inside, it's 3-1, so he should get a pitch to hit here. All this with 2 out, an error and a walk. Full count, 3-2. The runners will go on the payoff pitch.
Still has enough on his fastball. Even though that one was up a little bit, Chipper didn't get around on it.
If you're going to hit the ball into the outfield for a hit, you'd like to hit it to Newfield. He's coming off shoulder surgery and doesn't. He used to have a great arm, but it's not all the way back. He doesn't throw well now at all. Matheny and Eldred need to get together, and thus a meeting on the mound. Now the bullpen gets busy. Al Reyes begins to throw. The Phillies in town over the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night. Saturday's game at 7:10 and 1:10 on Sunday afternoon. Then the Braves go to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. The 3-2 to Chipper. Runners go. Got him, and the inning is over. Like a breaking ball. Chipper out on strikes for the 2nd time today, the 4th recorded by Eldred. No hits, no runs, an error, 2 left. At the end of 5, all tied at 1.
Tonight on the Superstation.
First of all, I'd just like to say this is really cool.
This team gives the boys of summer a whole new meaning.
And have a little fun.
I hate fun.
A historic event here tonight as 11-year-old Billy Haywood makes his managerial debut.
You're a big dork.
There's a drive. He's got it. At home. Safe and second. The Twins have something cooking.
Little Big League, 8:05 Eastern tonight on the Superstation.
Over 2 million kids benefit from the Boys and Girls Clubs of America every year.
My club makes me feel strong.
This is where we want to be. This is my place to play. The clubs need your help.
We need your time.
Take the Super Challenge. Call 1-800-854-CLUB. Find out what you can do. You've got to call this number
so we can keep playing.
Make the call.
He's never played a doctor. He's never played a lawyer. He's never played a cop. He's Juwan Howard. He's a leading man on TV's biggest primetime show.
This light is all wrong for me.
348 leading men and not one sprint. The NBA on TBS. Prime time. Nationwide. Every Wednesday night.
We go to the 6th inning. John Jaha, who has driven in the Brewers' run, leads it off. He is 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. The heart of their order, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters come to the plate. 1-0 the count. The pitchers have been ahead of the hitters so far today here. Breaking ball for a strike. Unfortunately, that has been the situation for the Braves the last week.
Didn't finish up with a flourish, did they?
No, we did not. Moved him off the plate a little bit. 2 balls and a strike. Jaha, Burnitz, and Grissom do here. Three and 1. Maddox falls behind.
John Smoltz started last year's opening day assignment. Maddox has been out there before.
They hit right field on a 3-1 pitch. Jaha has his 2nd hit of the day, and a potential go-ahead run is at first.
In fact, Greg has been flawless in his opening day assignments. A 5-0 record. Pitching into the 7th on an average.
Burnitz has walked and struck out. 2 out of 10 against Maddox in his career coming into this game. One ball, no strikes. We'll televise for you again Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then Tuesday in Pittsburgh. Then we miss a couple, and then we've got the Phillies series for you at the Vet. Just missed. Maddox wanted that pitch. 2-0 the count. Runner at first, nobody out. Uh-oh, 3-0. Unlike Maddox, he fell behind the first hitter in the inning, 3-1.
Yeah, and he's already walked one batter today. So he's like Eldred in the bottom of the 5th inning, struggling a little bit to find the mark.
On 4 straight, he lost it. So trouble rears its ugly head here in the 6th.
Here in the 6th inning, let's take a look at the Budweiser game summary in this 1-1 tie. Braves got their run in the bottom of the 1st inning. An RBI hit by Chipper Jones drove in Walt Weiss. John Jaha, who's in scoring position now, delivered for the Brewers in the top of the 3rd inning. Walt Weiss has had a good day already.
Looks like the Braves bullpen is going to get busy as Marquise Grissom stands in. He's 0 for 2. He's going to move him over. Pretty good bunt. Only play will be to first. 1-4. Runners at 2nd and 3rd.
You know, a lot was made of the fact that the Brewers would be at a disadvantage, having to learn a new league, new players, new ballparks, and perhaps a little different style of baseball. But Gerald Williams, who came to the Braves from the Brewers, said that may not be the case. You know, Phil Garner played a lot in the National League. He likes that style of play, and the Brewers, for an American League team last year, played that style. They weren't a team that sat back and played for a 3-run homer all the time.
Valentin will be walked here, intentionally to load him up for Mark Newfield. Detroit has taken a 2-0 lead in the 2nd, by the way, over Tampa Bay in their first game.
Congratulations to Chuck Lamar and his entire staff for getting things put together and underway in Tampa Bay.
Well, here's Newfield. He's in a spot where he can do some serious damage. Infield back, hopeful of turning a double play. Newfield today has grounded to short. We could use one of those. And he has struck out. We could use one of those. Bases loaded, 1 out. Matheny is next. Steve Reich, a good start there. 0-1 the count.
Newfield didn't hit for much of an average in spring training, but showed the pop that made him a prize prospect around baseball. 4 homers this spring.
The 0-1 back to the mound. They go home for 1 to first for 2 out of the inning. Beautifully done by Maddox. No hesitation at all. 1, 2, 3 and out. 1 hit. No runs. No errors. And a couple of runners left. Bottom of the 6th. Still 1-1.
Budner, get these tax documents to our clients fast, but watch our costs.
FedEx can deliver it in 2 days for up to $11. UPS can deliver it in 2 days for up to $11.
Priority Mail can deliver it in 2 to 3 days for $3.
Smart move, Budner.
So, 11, 11, 3. What's your priority? Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
How do you separate knowledge from noise? Call Invesco. 38 no-load funds, 65 years experience, a global perspective. You should know what Invesco knows.
Hello, Peterson. Henderson. Listen, can't talk, real busy. Just want to touch base. About that contract, let's get moving on it. Yeah, I'm a mover. I'm a shaker. Let's shake.
We make owning a cellular phone affordable.
Can't do it. Gonna be in Hong Kong.
So you can act like you have a lot of money.
Yeah, how's that stock doing? Up 2 5/8. Well, then sell.
Even if you really don't.
Sell, 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 sell.
Mom! Dad's doing it again!
Circuit City. You can't get a lower price. We guarantee it.
We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Andres Galarraga will lead it off. He has hit the ball hard twice. Has nothing to show for it. A fly ball to deep right and a wicked shot that Cirillo came up with at third base.
A timely shot there of the Coca-Cola Plaza. A lot of people think Galarraga might be the guy to deliver $1 million fly ball up there.
Yeah, you can see people heading over there now. The pitch swung and popped up. Not this time, unless that gets out of play, but I don't think so. Vina calls off Jaha, makes the catch, 1 down. Ryan Klesko is the batter. The Braves bats are still silent, but then so are the Brewers. Ryan today has popped to second and grounded to short. Let up is in there. Boy, they got a wild one going down in Florida. 6-5 Marlins in the 3rd over the Cubs. Little tap to first. That should be easy. Jaha steps on the bag. 2 out. This guy known as a fly ball pitcher, but he's gotten a lot of groundouts today. There's Michael Tucker. He has doubled and struck out.
Well, you made a point earlier that the pitchers are ahead of the hitters. I think that's still the case from spring training. Bats aren't quite as quick as they will be.
Fly ball center field. A very quick and easy inning. Marquise puts it away. Nothing doing in the 6th. We go to the 7th. All tied at 1.
Really are lost, aren't we?
Gravity harnesses now.
In Space. Rated PG-13 starts Friday.
A lot of times when something goes wrong with your car, you know it right away. But some parts, like shock absorbers, tend to wear out gradually over time. So gradually that many drivers fail to realize just how worn their shocks have become. So rather than wait till it's painfully obvious that you need new shocks, stop by your nearest AutoZone. Right now, when you buy 3 Gabriel Gas Rider shocks or struts, you get the 4th one free, only at AutoZone.
Sometimes what you see isn't what your film sees. But you just want to take a picture. Not worry about film speeds and lighting conditions. Now there's Max, Kodak's maximum versatility film for sunlight, low light, action, or still. Kodak Max. It's all you need to know about film.
Braves Baseball on the Superstation is brought to you by the 68,000 professionals at Delta Airlines who proudly put you on top of the world. And by Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit from Electronic Arts.
Well, a lot of things are different around baseball this year. Some things remain the same, though. Mark McGwire in the 5th off Ramon Martinez, a grand slam. And the Cardinals lead Los Angeles 4-0, and the crowd in St. Louis, I'm sure, going nuts. Here, Mike Matheny, the catcher, leads things off. And takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
This game notwithstanding, do you agree that with most baseball people that this will be the year of the offense with the diluted pitching talent around baseball because of expansion?
High chopper to third. Tough play. Foul ball. He would have had him, but it's foul. Yeah, I think it will. I really do. I don't think necessarily opening day when you got the aces of the respective teams out there. But along the line, boy, when you get to those 4th and 5th starters on some clubs, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Whether anybody's going to hit 60, I don't think anybody can really say yay or nay, but I bet there'll be some guys over 50.
I agree. I'd say it's a pretty even ball game to this point.
Right you are, Joe Simpson, and quit agreeing. That's some fun.
No, I don't get used to that.
No, I know. 1-2 the count.
No, I think there will be some legitimate runs at the record. Maybe not just from the guys that are the obvious like McGuire and Griffey. There are some other guys that are capable. I think a guy like Jay Buhner, who's hit 40 home runs each of the last 3 years for the Mariners, is capable. And there are others.
Dante Bichette maybe playing in that part. Juan Gonzalez. Can Chipper cut it off? Yeah, good play. Got it. Would have been a tough play for Walt Weiss. 1 out. And they're going to go to their bench. Bob Hamlin's going to come out and pinch hit. He's a former Rookie of the Year at Kansas City. That means Eldred is done for the day, and that's good news if you're a Braves fan because he pitched brilliant.
Attention please for the Brewers. Batting for the pitcher Eldred, number 30, Bob Hamlin.
And now our old friend Chad Fox is in the bullpen for the Brewers, so it looks like we'll see him here. Hamlin's my kind of player. The pitch swung, grounded to short. Weiss on 2 hops. Just did nip him by about 5 steps. 2 down.
Second baseman Fernando Vina.
And Fernando Vina will be the batter. Vina today has 1 hit and 3 at bats and has scored the only Brewer run of the day. I'm glad we got that little whatchamacallit in the upper left corner.
Little score box. A lot of fans wanted to see that.
That's what we should do, is give them what they want. 1 ball, no strikes. You want the real technical TV name for it?
Lay it on me.
The score bug. No, I don't know why. 2-0 the count. Two out, nobody aboard. Maddox is breezing right along. Eldred went a really good 6 innings. Three and 0 the count. A walk would be his 4th. That's more than he walked in any game last year. But he hasn't walked him yet. It's 3-1. Weatherman says it's going to be very nice here on Thursday, and tickets are available. Come on out and see Turner Field and the Braves. Short DeBunt was taking all the way, and the count goes full. 3-2.
I wouldn't have given you a nickel for our chances about noon today. Skies opened up all over town.
It's supposed to get nasty later tonight too, but clear tomorrow. Still 3-2. After 3 bad ones in a row, Maddox has thrown 3 strikes in succession.
Well, I think with a guy like Vina, you have to. Leadoff guy, not that much danger of him hitting a homer. He hit 4 all of last year. Make him hit his way aboard.
Look out, folks. Into the dugout it goes. Rafael Belliard gets out of the way, and the inning comes to a close, and Maddox ends it with a flourish as he records his 6th strikeout. Chad Fox on to pitch. 1-1 our score.
Guys like, whoa, Guys like me don't get much respect. I mean, I hit big, but there's no D-order commercial. I make huge plays. I'm not even in a cereal box. But man, I could care less.
Triple Play 99. You've never seen baseball like this.
Who needs cereal?
Whoa. EA Sports. It's in the game.
In April, TBS has the biggest stars, the best movies, and Superstation premieres. What about Bob? Above the Rim. The Cherokee Kid. Sleeping with the Enemy. Thelma and Louise. My Cousin Vinny. Pacific Heights. In April, the best movies are on TBS, the Superstation.
Dinner and a movie. Hilarious use of two of the hottest things on TV, comedy and food.
I'd like to thank all the ingredients.
Lots of laughs and some decidedly off-the-wall, quick-in-the-oven dishes.
We're going to be making male chauvinist pig.
An endearing bit of interstitial whimsy.
Can I give it a 9.5?
That's a talented chicken.
Friday night at the movies with a large dollop of irreverence. An offbeat, laugh-out-loud funny series. Whet your appetite?
Ooh.
Dinner and a movie. Friday nights. Delicious television only on TBS, the Superstation.
Still tied as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and now the Olympic-stained What's on Deck feature here on TBS, as the Brewers will be back here at Turner Field on Thursday, a 7:35 start on TBS. That'll be Tom Glavine against Scott Carl, and then the Phillies come to town for a weekend set, and the pitching matchups there: Denny Nagel against Mike Grace, I should say. Kevin Millwood will get the Saturday start against Tyler Green, and then the ace of the Philly staff, Kurt Schilling and Greg Maddux, hook up on a Sunday afternoon beauty. Hope you make your plans to be with us.
Curtis Pride is going to pinch hit here for Eddie Perez as Chad Fox comes on to pitch. And Pride takes a strike, and the 7th inning is underway. Fox 1-0 at Richmond last year with a 3.7, 0-1 at Atlanta with a good earned run average. 3.29. He was dealt to Milwaukee in the Gerald Williams trade. Quickly, Pride is in the hole 0-2. He seems to be throwing a little harder than he did with us.
They were very pleased with his work in spring training. The 3.12 ERA, 17 innings, 30 strikeouts.
Wow. Chad is not a real demonstrative guy, but he had some interesting things to say about, so, you know, I just sat around the locker room and listened to Greg Maddux and John Smoltz and Tom Glavine and Denny Nagel, and boy, I learned a lot. 2-2 the count.
Smart man.
And a nice kid. We hope he does well.
I think he'll get a lot of opportunities over here. Good deal. One of those deals that's good for both sides.
The 2-2 to Pride. Got him. Threw a fastball right by him.
That fastball looked like it had some movement on it too. No questioning his arm. Last year when he was with the Braves, everybody felt like he needed to come up with another off-speed pitch, maybe a straight changeup. Don Rowe's been working with him on that in spring training. He just blew that one by Pride.
Javi Lopez has moved on deck for Atlanta to pinch hit for Maddux. And a strike to Andrew Jones. Clouding up here a little bit again. Cal Eldred, 6 innings, 4 hits, a run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Chased a bad ball quickly in the hole, 0-2. Got him with a breaking ball, made him look awful. So Chad comes in and strikes out the first 2 men he faces, and here's Javi.
Got Pride with the fastball. He gets Andrew with an off-speed pitch, and that looked like a straight changeup more than a breaking ball. Skip looked like he came out of his hand like a circle changeup almost, and if he has mastered that pitch, he's going to be mighty tough.
Here's Javi. He'll stay in the game and catch and bat 9th. Maddux in 7 innings, 98 pitches. Fastball high and inside. So he did his job, as did Eldred. But it's going to be the bullpen, it looks like, that's going to decide this game for both teams. Up the middle. Can he sneak it through? Yes. A 2-out single for Javi Lopez. And Walt Weiss is the batter. He has singled and scored, walked and reached on an error. This game is starting to remind me a little bit of Saturdays against Cleveland when we got 3 in the first and were never heard from again.
Didn't get a hit again until the 9th inning.
With 2 out. We're doing better today. We've got a couple of hits. Runner at first. They play behind him, of course. He's running. Check, swing, strike. Here's the throw. He is out. The inning is over. Tried to trick him. It didn't work. But the Braves will start with the top of the order when we go to the 8th. At the end of 7, 1-1.
Agent until he saw too much and went too far. Mercury Rising is a first-rate action-packed thriller. Bruce Willis, Mercury Rising, rated R. Starts Friday.
824 changes to the tax code. They've made it official. You could use some help with your taxes this year.
Someone to watch over me.
Got gas? It's Wanda. She's got a Honda.
Don't they make cars and motorcycles?
Cool lawnmowers, too.
Awesome.
Honda Harmony 2. Overhead cam engine. 6 mowing heights. Mulches like nobody's business.
Bet they're expensive.
Nope. Dad says the Harmony 2 starts at $289.
Hey, Wanda, can we borrow your Honda? You're dreaming.
For a free brochure, call 1-800-426-7701.
We go to the 8th inning. Time to take a look at the Delta scoreboard here on opening day, and they're still throwing blanks after 12 at New York. San Diego clobbered Cincinnati. Wally Joyner and Tony Gwynn had home runs. Mark McGwire has homered at St. Louis. It was a grand slam. Florida got 6 in the first, and they're going on to lead Chicago. Houston got 1 in the first. Colorado's at Arizona a little bit later in the American League. Chicago beat Texas 9-2. Ventura hit a home run. Kansas City beat Baltimore. How about that? Tim Belcher with the win. Detroit got 4 in the second inning. They lead Tampa Bay in the first game down at the Tropicana Field. Cleveland's at Seattle a little bit later. For more information and updates on scores around baseball, check in at CNNSI's website, www.cnnsi.com. You're big time into that now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're a hacker, aren't you?
No, I'm not a hacker.
No?
Mike Cather is on to pitch. Javi Lopez on to catch. And we go to the 8th inning in a 1-1 game. Cather deals a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. Pretty easy to tell about Cather. If he gets the ball down, he's normally in good shape. If he doesn't, bad things have been known to happen. 1-1 the count. By the way, the April Chop Talk includes features on Chipper, Mark Wohlers, Gerald Williams, Pedro Borbon. Call 1-800-700-CHOP. Subscribe to Chop Talk, the official monthly magazine of the Braves. Grounder to short. Weiss keeps that glove down, throws him out, 1 away. So Cirillo is 2 for 4, and Jaha, the batter, he is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Maddox, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 98 pitches.
And still undefeated in his opening day assignments.
He took a shot at right field but fouled it to the screen. It's 0-1.
His base hit that drove in a run in the 3rd inning was to right center. I wonder if his shoulder surgery on his left shoulder has caused some of that. Altered his swing just a little.
Curveball stayed inside, almost hit him. 1-1. Kerry Leitenberg and Adam Butler in the Atlanta bullpen. Shad Fox pitched impressively for them. Cather has gotten the first man he has faced. Right in there, 1-2. So Mike is out in front. That always helps.
Life and times of a sinker baller, you got to keep the ball down.
He fought it off, just did stay alive, still 1-2. Tom Glavine, Scott Carl, 2 nights hence, a 7:40 game. Line foul to right. And the folks battle for the souvenir. It ricochets around for a while. And a fan from Mont Eagle, Tennessee came away with the souvenir. A ball, 2 strikes. Into center field. He got that one up, and that's the result. Jaha has his 3rd hit of the day. And he's at first with 1 down for Jeremy Burnett.
And for you fans in the National League that don't know much about John Jaha, not only is a tough out, but he's also a very community-minded guy. He was named the Brewers' True Value Roberto Clemente Man of the Year for his work in the Milwaukee and his hometown of Portland, Oregon communities. Earned the Michael Harrison Award for community service.
Bobby Cox on his way to the mound, and that I think is going to do it for Mike Cather. They have the left-hander, Adam Butler, in the bullpen. Now Cather and Javi talk things over. And Butler will get the call. It's his major league debut. Well, it looks that manager Bobby Cox has made the Bell South call to the bullpen.
Word, and I said he's kind of a beefy guy, and he says kind of like Mickey Lolich, and I said, you know what, that's a pretty good description. This guy is a little Mickey Lolich like.
He's out of William and Mary College, Williamsburg, Virginia, which, by the way, if you've never been there, is a place you really ought to see. It is gorgeous. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first, 1 out, 8th inning, tie game. Marquise is on deck. This may be the only man Butler is called upon to try to get out. That's right in there, and it's 1-1. One thing about this kid, you're not going to scare him. You might beat him.
Came in the exhibition game on Sunday, faced Mo Vaughn, struck him out right away. I think that got some of the big league jitters out of the way, but that was nothing compared to the live action of a major league game, his first.
The 1-1 pitch into the dirt, pops away, and that hurts. A runner at second. It'll be a wild pitch. It bounced up there. Javi blocked it out in front, but too far to do him any good. 2 balls and a strike.
Sidearm slider that just kicked off the heel of Javi's glove. He does not walk many batters. He throws strikes, goes right after the hitters, and that's what earned the attention of Leo Mazzoni and Bobby Cox and gives the Braves much needed depth from the left side.
Burnett has walked a couple of times and struck out once. All that, of course, was against Greg Maddux. Right off his thumbs. He fouled that one back. Little jam job. 2-2 the count. I imagine Kerry Lightenberg will get the call to pitch to Marquise Grissom. We'll let Bobby Cox handle that. I don't think he needs our help. Ripped, fouled on the right side. Still 2-2.
A lot of times, though, a guy that works sidearm like Butler does, if you're a left-handed hitter and he busts you inside with a fastball once, you really don't expect him to come in there again. You expect him to go away the next pitch, and he came right back and busted inside again, and Burnett's able to get a better piece of it, but not enough.
Into left center field. Long run for Andrew Jones. He gets it. Burnett's hit it a long way, and he hit it hard, but out. And that'll do it for Adam Butler. He faced one man, and he got him out. And Lightenberg will come on to face Marquise Grissom, almost certainly, as Bobby Cox makes his way to the mound. And we'll be back right after this. Sure. Speed pitch. He chased a bad ball. It's 2-2.
Marquise does not walk a lot, does not like to walk. He goes up there to hack, and he knows that is the potential winning run out at second base, and he wants to get him in, and expanded his strike zone too far that time. And let's see if Lightenberg can get him to do it again. That was a good pitch.
2-2 the count. Just missed low with a breaking ball. He's run it full, and again, you're right, they didn't give in to him.
That was a good pitch too, in a good spot. And I think Bobby and Leo would take one in the same place, even if it's ball 4.
The payoff pitch. It is ball 4. He didn't miss by much, but miss he did. So good discipline by Grissom. That's not a bad walk by Lightenberg.
No. I thought it was wise choice on he and Lopez, but wise on their part for going with the sliders to try to get Marquise to jump on a bad pitch.
Valentin is 0 for 2 with a walk. He hit .253 with 17 homers last year. 2 on, 2 out. Upstairs. Don't want to lose this guy. 1 ball, no strikes.
And that's not taking anything away from this guy. They just know how clutch Marquise can be in those games on the line type situations. And they're going to make Valentin be the guy to get the big hit if that's what it takes.
There's a strike. It's 1-1.
And this guy's coming out of spring training red hot. Hit .435 this spring.
A 1-1 the count. 1-1 ball game. 8th inning. 2 on, 2 out. He's ahead in the count now. 1-2. Valentin out of Puerto Rico. So he and Javi doubtless have some things to talk about. And Bruce Fleming has no idea what they're saying.
Well, it's just as well. They probably really don't know much about what Bruce is saying either.
Neither do we. The 1-2. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, for Lightenberg, this is the pitch he wants to do business on. The 2-2.
He telegraphed that off-speed pitch a little bit. Doesn't want to do that again if he's near the strike zone with it.
The runners lead. Lightenberg steps back. The 2-2 pitch. Full count.
That's a huge advantage for Jaha out at second base because he does not run that well, but on a full count he'll score easily on any base hit.
And Marquise can fly, and he'll be running from first. The payoff pitch. Here it is. There they go. Ground ball to second. Graffinino's got it, and the inning is over. So Lightenberg puts out the fire. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 2 left. Bottom of the 8th, still tied 1-1.
White Sox, huh?
Yeah. 2-1.
I do like their choice of managers. I think Jerry Manuel will do a good job over there.
And I'll take the Padres, the Cardinals, and the Braves.
Okay.
Base hit, right center. There's a good start. He's been on base every time. And wild card teams, Baltimore, and should I do it with my head or my heart? My heart, the Cubs.
I think the Cubs are going to win the division outright.
Do you really?
I do.
Well, I hope you're right.
Cardinals, the wild card team.
Well, our first friendly wager of the year is.
My feeling is they got 9 players. They'll have 9 players on the field and an angel of their own in the outfield.
Good bunt. Only play will be to Furtwell. They'll tag the runner coming in. Graffinino does his job. So the go-ahead run is at second with one out.
Perfect execution of a hit-and-run play early in the ball game in the third inning. And now Graffinino with the perfect sacrifice bunt, doing just what you need from a two-hole hitter after you get somebody on leading off an inning.
Well, let's see how they play it here.
Don Rowe, the pitching coach, out to talk to Chad Fox.
And you know what they're talking about. First base is open. One run looks like a mountain in this game. You've got a tough left-hand hitter, then you've got a tough right-hand hitter. Andres does ground into a lot of double plays ordinarily. Chipper's struck out a couple times today. Has also driven in the only Atlanta run. Bruce Fleming goes out to break it up, but Rowe is through with his chant and heads off the field. Mike Myers, a left-hander. Bob Whitman, a right-hander, up in the bullpen for Milwaukee.
It's not an easy choice trying to figure out which one of these guys you want to pitch to.
That's right.
It's like they're going to work to Chipper, though. Perhaps.
Might be like we worked to Grissom. Let's see.
Yeah, look at that target.
Nowhere near. One ball, no strikes.
Phil Garner on the left broke in with a bang with this ball club as the manager. His first year he went 92-70.
Fair ball. 2 out. Runner at third. Well, they did pitch to him and they got him. Here's Andres Galarraga. He flied to very deep right his first time. He ripped one to Cirillo at third his second time and was thrown out. Then he popped to Vina in foul territory. He runs pretty well as deep as Cirillo plays. What if he laid down a bunt here? Not likely. Strike called, 0-1.
Oh, that was almost a perfect pitch and maybe a little extra. It looked like a little off the plate, but he got the call. Trying to keep the ball away from him. Take a look at the location.
Away, it's 1-1. Yeah, Bruce gave him a little break there. Ball in the strike. One and two. He had a home run cut, but he came up empty.
And again, I think the guys are a little surprised at Chad Fox's fastball so far. He's bringing it.
And he got him, and the inning is over, and Fox did a heck of a job. The leadoff single comes to nothing. We go to the ninth. Still tied, 1-1. Yes, tonight when a 12-year-old boy inherits the Minnesota Twins from his grandfather and decides to manage the team himself in Little Big League. Tonight beginning at 8:05 Eastern, only on the Superstation. But remember, there's a doubleheader on TNT, NBA basketball, too. Mark Newfield leads things off as we go to the ninth and fouls it away. He hit into a 1-2-3 double play in the sixth to get the Braves out of a bases loaded 1-out spot. Chipper Jones struck out into a double play with runners at first and third and 1 out in the third inning. So both teams have had a good chance and have failed to push across the go-ahead run. 0-2 to count. Lightenberg, the guy the Braves got for some bats and balls.
It's a great story about the Braves having 3 members of their bullpen from independent leagues. Undrafted players.
That didn't miss by much. 1-2. Mets beat the Phillies, huh? 1-0. Newfield's out of there, 1 away. So his year has started, at least to this point, 0-4. 0 for 4.
Lightenberg took a little off. Slider down and away. Good pitch.
Mike Matheny is the batter. He's 0 for 3. He's lined to center, where he was robbed of a hit by Andrew Jones. Grounded to short, grounded to third. Right in there. Lightenberg showing the good advantage here. Alan Embry up in the Atlanta bullpen. Looked like a splitter. Reserve catcher Jesse Levis is on deck to pinch hit. One and two the count. The Braves with Lopez in there and Eddie Perez gone. They better not get hurt. I guess Rafael Belliard gets the duty. Huh?
I'm not sure who the emergency guy is.
He strikes out the first two he faces in the ninth. Here's Levis.
His control has been outstanding. Even going back to the walk, that was a walk by design. His fastball a little bit off the plate, ahead in the count, gets the hitter to chase a bad pitch. Good job by Lightenberg so far.
Levis hit .285 for Milwaukee last year and 200 at bats. He's out of Philadelphia. Chad Fox did his job brilliantly for Milwaukee. Little low, 1 ball, no strikes.
El Presidente getting his first call in the bullpen.
Yeah, he won't be used in the starting rotation for at least a week. 2-0 the count. That's an unusual place for him to be, though. He's not really too used to that. Didn't miss by much, but miss it did. 3-0.
Let's see how close that was. You look at the target, and Javi might have pulled it back a little bit to make it look better.
That's right through there. 3-1. Detroit spoiling Tampa Bay's debut. 6-0 in the fourth. Missed outside again. A 2-out walk. The second for Lightenberg, but the other one he sort of meant to do. This one he didn't. And Fernando Vina is the batter. We're going to get a pinch runner here. The young outfielder Greg Martinez, who they just called up when they put Darren Jackson on the disabled list, is going to run for the catcher. And that's what Phil Garner said he was going to do. He said this guy is going to play some defense and be used as a pinch runner. He was not even on their 40-man roster. But he's in there now, running at first with 2 out. Downstairs, 1-0. Vina is 1 for 4. Singled, scored their run in the third. It was driven in on a John Jaha single. A couple of infield hits and a solid hit to right by Jaha. The only run allowed by Maddox in his 7 frames.
Martinez 39 stolen bases last year.
And he's going. Good throw, but he's in there. Stole it off Lightenberg. Javi did all he could do. A strong throw. And that's just what they brought this kid up for. Martinez steals a base.
No sense bringing him up and letting him pinch run if you're not going to try it.
That's right.
And he did just beat the throw. He stole 39 bases last year at El Paso.
And with a singles hitter at the plate, it's not surprising that they set him in any event.
Leadoff man up there. If they're able to hold the Braves in the bottom of the inning, you have him leading off the 10th if that were the case.
Now just a base hit with a fast man out there could give him the lead. Took something off. He's ahead 1-2. Potential go-ahead run at second with 2 out. Shakes off a side. Now another one. Now the hitter steps out.
I would assume that phone call might indicate they were getting Doug Jones ready to get loose since they got a runner in scoring position.
I would think so.
We'll wait to see.
They're going to have to come up with somebody. Just missed low and inside. 2-2.
Hobby might have gotten crossed up there. They got a runner at second base, and he's out to make sure they've got the sign straight.
That's funny because it took them so long to get together to throw the pitch in the first place. You're right, Joe. Jones is up in their bullpen.
'40-year-old veteran.
The 2-2 pitch. Full count now. And a tougher hitter. Really, Jeff Cirillo is next.
Got some guys with some baseball games under their belt warming up in each bullpen, don't you?
Yes, you do. The payoff pitch to Vigna. He walked him. So after striking out the first 2 men in the inning, Ligtenberg walks the next 2. And Cirillo, who's 2 for 4, is the batter. And Jaha, who has 3 hits today, moves on deck. There are 2 out in the inning. Great speed at second base with Martinez out there.
Cirillo with a bit of a crouch stance. Tough guy to fan.
Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
Last year 74 strikeouts and 580 at bats. Puts the ball in play, and that's what they want right here to give him a chance to get that run home.
If you're a Braves fan, bad news. Cirillo 4th in the league last year with runners in scoring position. He hit .362. 2-0.
Suddenly those close pitches and those on the corner pitches are just a little bit too far off the plate.
A lot of bad things can happen on this count. 2-0 the count. Cirillo out of the batter's box. Now he stands back in there. Three balls, no strikes. Jaha is next.
2-0 slider. Cirillo was probably looking for something middle of the plate in since he was ahead 2-0, and you could see him even step toward left field a little bit when that slider started breaking away. No reason to even offer at it. The 2-0 count.
See if they cut him loose here. Yes, they do, and he had a good cut but fouled the fastball off. It's 3-1. Joe Youngblood, the third base coach, flashing the sign. That's the way Phil Gardner was as a player too, a riverboat gambler. 3-1 the count. We're in the ninth. It's 1-1. The Brewers threaten with 2 out. He's walked the bases loaded after 2 are out. Here's Jaha, 3 out of 4. Leo Mazzoni on his way to the mound to talk to his young pitcher.
First baseman Jaha.
He's walked 4 in an inning and 2/3.
It looked like another slider. He threw him one 2-0. And another one 3-1.
And you can't argue about it, either one of them.
No, not in terms of the call. They were too far off the plate and too far away from the plate for Cirillo to offer.
So Leo has his say.
But now you got their toughest out of the day up there. 3 hits, as you mentioned. He is prone to strikeouts, but not so far today. He's been willing to take the ball to right field.
Bases loaded, 2 out.
If he's going to try to get him out with sliders, he better try to get one to set it all up with a fastball inside and get ahead in the count.
Breaking ball, strike. Jeremy Burnitz would be next, but there are 2 out in the inning. Just missed outside. Another breaking ball. 1-1.
That's dangerous enough.
Yes, it is. The 1-1. Oh, 2-1.
Slider again.
He's not missing by much, but he is missing.
Those would all be good pitches ahead. 0-2, 1-2.
Yeah.
Too close to take for the hitter. But until such time as he gets 2 strikes, they're laying off. Here's
Popped
the
it up
fastball.
foul. 2-2.
That one rode up and in on him. He didn't get around on it. Now if he comes back with that same slider, let's see how Jaha reacts to it.
If I were him, I'd look for the slider and think right field.
Well, that's what he's done today as far as the direction he's been trying to hit the ball. Andrew Jones playing in that way.
The 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Fastball, fouled it back. So it's still 2-2.
Certainly got enough juice there on his fastball to get it by somebody, but I don't know that he'll throw him 3 in a row.
The 2-2 pitch. Bases loaded, 2 out. Got him. What a rock by Cirillo, and what a play by Javi Lopez. Instead of a 3-2 bases loaded pitch, they take the bat out of the hands of Jaha. No hits, no runs, no errors, but a mental one. And 2 runners left. Bottom of the 9th, 1-1.
Picked off in the World Series. Cirillo a dead out over there by a long shot. Good play by Galarraga too to stay with it. And he's fired up for Javi. Maybe the Braves can rally here in the 9th.
And you could see Cirillo just bury his head in that dirt. If he could crawl under that base, he would have. Mike Myers is on to pitch, a left-hander who was 0-4 with the Tigers last year, but pitched in 88 games at an earned run average of 5.7.
He'll be coming from down under with Klesko up there. He throws sidearm and a little submarine at times.
Good breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
I'm surprised more left-handed pitchers don't do that. Relief pitchers I'm talking about.
Gerald Williams moves on deck. One and two. The count. Want to welcome back our producer Glenn Diamond to the truck. Where you been, Glenn? Again? The 1-2 pitch. Pop center field. Marquise Grissom barely has to move. 1 out. And Williams will be announced here against his former mates. And Danny Bautista moves on deck. And that brings Phil Garner to the mound, and he may make a pitching change now that the right-hand hitter has been announced. Bob Whitman, the former Yankee, is going to get the call out of their bullpen. And we'll come back to see how he fares right after this.
Thursday evening, 7:35 here on TBS. Hope you'll make your plans to be with us. It'll be Tom Glavine against another lefty, Scott Carl. Both of these left-handers pitch a lot alike. Both possess good change-ups, and it should be a good matchup. Hope you'll be with us.
Bob Whitman on to pitch. He's a right-hander, and quite a story, really. When he was 2 years old, he caught the tip of his right index finger in a compressor out on the farm and lost it. And yet here he is pitching in the major leagues and has been for many years with the Yankees and now with the Brewers. He's a native of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and lives now in Abrams, Wisconsin. And Gerald Williams will greet him. They were teammates a year ago. Because Gerald, I think I mentioned it, if he does as well for Atlanta as the guy who was traded for, Chad Fox, did for the Brewers, we'll be in good shape.
Well, Gerald certainly showed Bobby Cox some things in spring training that made you think that he was going to contribute mightily to the Braves' success this year. Not only offensively, but ran down a lot of balls in the outfield. Good throwing arm, good base runner. I found interesting the story in the Atlanta paper today, Skip, by Jack Wilkinson, about when the Braves came to Milwaukee, and some comments from Ernie Johnson about how they were embraced by the city of Milwaukee and were given gifts, and that if you had a good day through a shutout or got a big hit, the breweries are sending over a case of beer thanking you for your efforts, and fans giving you free meals at home. It's quite a story.
Amazing. I don't think it's ever happened before or since the way it happened in Milwaukee. 1 ball, no strikes. I think this is going to be sort of a good one-way rivalry for a while, because the folks in the South have no axe to grind with the folks in Milwaukee, but they've got an axe to grind with the Braves moving to Atlanta. 2-0 the count. One out, nobody aboard. There's a strike at the knees. It's 2-1. Keith Lockhart has moved on deck to pinch hit next. Last year, Whitman was 7-6, had a fine earned run average 2.73 for the Brewers. A base runner would be nice. We haven't had many. Williams taking all the way. It's 3-2.
He's just trying to figure out a way to get on base, and he stole 23 bases after he reached last year for Milwaukee.
Payoff pitch, here it is. There's a winning run aboard potentially, and Keith Lockhart is the batter. Whitman comes in and wants a man. Gerald's got good speed too. Here's Keith Lockhart, pinch hitter deluxe. If it goes to extra innings, I believe that Rafael Belliard's all we got left on our bench.
Talked to Keith before the ball game. He's missed a few games at the end of spring training with some tendonitis in his left arm. He said he thought he got it diving for a baseball out in right field on a ground ball that went through, and it sort of aggravated it, but he feels close to 100% now.
A little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Andrew Jones would be next, then Javier Lopez.
Wickman was very quick to the plate from his stretch there, close to balking.
Where's Bob Davidson when you need him? Line drive, base hit. Williams around second. He's going to try. Grissom's throw will not be made. Valentine just deflected it enough to slow it down and get the runner to third. Now a fly ball wins you the ball game.
You're exactly right, Skip. If he doesn't get leather on this, I doubt seriously that Williams could have made it to third. Marquise Grissom was in a good position to charge the ball and hold him at second, and Gerald wasn't even sure himself until he got to second to check and see where Marquise was. Heads up base running, and Keith Lockhart does it again. Good start again for him.
Phil Garner is at the mound. His whole infield is gathered around him, and Andrew Jones is the batter.
This would be very nice, the situation, the way it has developed here, for Andrew to be the guy that delivers the game winner. As much as he struggled in spring training, he's had a tough day today with a couple of strikeouts. That could all be washed away with one key blow here to get the game winner in and give him some confidence.
Just a fly ball would suffice. Boy, their outfield is playing deep. William.
Yeah, that's surprising.
The winning run is at third with one out. Strike called over the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Andrew's got to look for a breaking ball. He's got to be thinking about that until he gets 2 strikes. Think about getting a breaking ball, hit it to right center field.
Bobby Dews runs through some signs you don't suppose, do you?
Never know.
0-1 the count. Good speed at third.
And Andrew can bunt.
Ground ball. He's in the hole. 0-2. He has struck out twice today, as Joe mentioned. Wickman where he wants to be, ahead on the count. Infield in. Now the outfield has moved in. I think they forgot the situation. The 0-2. Fly ball foul.
That
hit that fair, and the ball game's over.
Sorry, Skip. That was really too close for comfort for the Brewers. Wickman tried to get him to go after a fastball away, but that one almost had the plate.
Burnett's has a good throwing arm. So does Grissom. Mark Newfield can't throw at all due to injury. The 0-2 pitch. And here it is. Strike 3. Throw to third. And the ball game is over. Matheny threw it away, and the Braves win. On a strikeout, the Braves win the game.
Lockhart was running from first. They weren't going to try to get him. They thought they might catch Williams napping, and the throw to third was in the dirt.
Well, what's the old saying? We'll take it any way you can get it.
Absolutely. Williams starts it with a walk with 1 out. Lockhart singles him to third. Andrew is struck out. They weren't even holding Keith, so they didn't have much chance to get him, and Williams' lead was not that big, but the throw was low, and Matheny, trying to throw over the hitter, was handicapped a little bit. Watch this as he's trying to throw over Andrew, who was leaning out over the plate a little bit, and a tough play for Cirillo, who went down on one knee but did not block the ball, and the Braves come up a winner. How about that?
The walk comes home to roost, and the Braves win it 2-1. Had them all the way. We'll be back right after this.